What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Scene Snobs Reviews, where we do full reviews of all the new movies coming out each week, and we really get into what we liked and what we didn't like about them. And we always appreciate you guys being along for the ride and commenting along. Now, these are spoiler reviews, so if you haven't had a chance to check out the movie, maybe go check it out first and then come back and check out ours. Like I said, comment along with how the movie impacted you, what you felt about it. We love when you leave those impact comments on some of our old classic reviews, and when you talk about what you liked and didn't like about these new movies. We truly appreciate it. But today we're talking about Michael, directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Jafar Jackson, Colman Domingo, Miles Teller, and so many more. This is the story of Michael Jackson's life at a very specific point in his life, after Off the Wall had come out until about Bad coming out in 1987-88. And it tells the story of what Michael was going through with some flashbacks to his childhood and things like that. Now, I understand that this is part of a planned continuation of movies. They're going to be continuing on with Michael's life. I don't know how many movies they're going to do, whether it's going to be one or two more, but this one really is focused in on a certain point of his life, and that really is like him getting away from like Motown, his brother really building out after Off the Wall his solo career, Thriller, and as huge of an album as that was, so really plays into like what is going on in his life, what his dynamic with his father was like, his brothers. But overall, I'd really have to say this was kind of a fluff piece. This isn't a biography that's really going to get into the nitty-gritty of things that were happening with Michael. They touched down on the abuse that was happening with his father. They touched down even mentioning, really not even touching down on the fact that he did get addicted to pills afterwards when he had his issue after his scalp was burned after the fire and the Pepsi commercial. So they cover those, but they don't really go in depth with them. I do want to say, as a Michael fan, it was fun to watch this and really see like all those highlight things. And I really like Jafar Jackson, how he played Michael. It seemed like he really took this seriously, went all in, and he did a great job doing it. As Jermaine's son, like coming in after this and playing into it, I was surprised that there wasn't more of an element of his brothers being existent in this. Like, you do touch down on Jermaine at that time. He wasn't really a part of the family. He had kind of like separated himself and stuck with Motown when they had left, and Joe Jackson did not make that easy on them. I will say one of my favorite parts about this was, as good as Jafar Jackson was as Michael, Colman Domingo as Joe Jackson was fantastic. He was scary at times. He gave those looks that you were just like, I'm afraid of this man. Like, he is a problem. And he was such a vicious person that he played that with such coldness, and it was so well done. I really enjoyed it. Nia Long as the matriarch of the family, Michael's mother, was fantastic as well, but I don't think she got to shine as much as most of the other characters did. Miles Teller as well as John Bianco, he did not get a chance to like really shine or really flex any acting muscles in this. It felt like he was just kind of there. Overall, I did like the highlights. I liked what we got to see. As a Michael Jackson fan, this was a fun one. This was an interesting one, and I don't know that I needed to be in like this nitty gritty, like really getting into Michael's life, but I would have liked a little more drama for the story. This again plays more like a highlights reel than it does anything else, and I'm anxious to see kind of where it goes, but I will watch it again, because again, those highlights are something special, especially the making of Thriller and what went into it and things like that. That was so cool to see. I love that album. It was just like so many of you. This is one that for me, it was a good movie. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't a great story. Hit a lot of really good plot points. I'd love to know what you guys think about it though. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I understand there's some controversy behind it, and I've listened to some things and heard some things and read some things about why things were changed. Certain things weren't there, like Janet Jackson. They didn't really cover when they were in their teen years, things like that. But I would have liked to have seen more of that. That's what I'm saying when it comes to the story. Like, add some more of those dramatic parts, those parts that really, like, you know, leave you wondering sometimes. But at the end of the day, I did enjoy the movie, and there was a lot of great music, great dancing, and great times in it. Although the worst part of it, in my opinion, was Bubbles the chimp. He looked too fake, too CG. It was very odd, very weird, and it didn't work for me. But it was interesting to find out why Michael bought him and what he was expecting from this, especially kind of using it as a block between him and Joe. That was an interesting detail I never really actually knew. But guys, what did you think about Michael? Sound off in the comments and let's talk about it. I can't wait to hear you guys have to say. What were some of your favorite scenes? What do you love about Michael Jackson? But until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching, hanging out with us. Remember, we do have a Patreon. You can go over there, support the channel if you like. We truly appreciate it. There's perks over there as well. And also follow us at The Scene Snobs all over social media, where we do different things on there, and we share different reviews, quick reviews, things like that. And also on Substack and Letterboxd, where we do written reviews of these movies as well. Thank you guys again. Until next time, everybody, make sure you take care of yourselves. That's important. Be kind, rewind, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.